Nice to see everyone on this Christmas Eve morning for those of you that celebrate. As I've mentioned a few times, I love teaching holiday yoga because I think we need it more than ever during the holidays. And I will be teaching again, not on Saturday tomorrow, but on Sunday instead at the later 10 o'clock time Pacific for this weekend. And next weekend, the same. I'll do New Year's Eve and the Sunday and skip New Year's Day. So I would love to have any of you join me. And I've had a few questions about whether family can join over the holidays too, and they're totally welcome. I usually say over 13 or 14, but whatever you want to have on your end is fine with me. I will, because I had that request from a few people for today, I'm going to teach a little bit of a slower class today in case there are some newbies and family members who might enjoy that. And also because I think it's important for us to slow down during the holidays, and that often we're rushing around and yoga is our moment to slow. But I will offer that slower classes are sometimes more uncomfortable for people because they are not used to moving slowly and being slow. If you go to the top right box and hit the 3 dots, you should be able to unpin under there for the person who's having trouble. Hopefully that will work. And if anyone else has suggestions for how to help her unpin, you can pop them in the chat box. That would be awesome. So with that, I think there may be a few new people. I am Jessie Mahoney, and I teach this I call it mindful weekend yoga, most weekends, usually Saturdays, but sometimes Sundays, depending on my schedule. And these classes are designed to be sort of body, mind, and spirit classes. And we really work a lot on letting go, breathing, relaxing, stretching, aligning, strengthening, all the things. And because we're on Zoom, it's very hard for me to see you in your little boxes while I'm teaching. So please opt out if anything doesn't work for you or causes you pain or discomfort. I'm happy to answer questions if you email me after, but take responsibility for yourself and also use this as a chance to listen to your body, which is something that most of us do not do when we move through the world on autopilot. So yoga is a chance to slow down and be present and quiet your mind and listen. So with that, we will get started as usual on your mat, seated. And if you have a block, you can sit atop it, like the one I'm showing you there. The other option is a bolster if you have that, or a pillow. I love the cork blocks. So if you're looking to get some, you can also use the foam ones, but they're a little squishier and tippier potentially. So find a comfortable seat and settle in. And allow yourself to just land and arrive here on your mat in this moment. If you are sitting atop something, allow your knees to gently slope downward towards the earth and the hip flexors to stretch open a bit. And tilt your pelvic bowl forward and align your spine, one vertebrae atop the other. Noticing that the alignment feels amazing. As you reach your vertebrae and spine towards the sky, stretch the crown of your head tall upwards towards the sun or the light and drop your shoulders. Take a long, smooth inhale through your nose and a big releasing exhale, letting things go. And take a moment to be present here. Noticing and enjoying what is right here in this moment, in the simplicity of sitting on your mat. Noticing perhaps the stability of the earth underneath you, the release of an aligned spine and dropped shoulders. And take another inhale through your nose and an exhale through your mouth. Notice the palms of your hands resting lightly on your thighs. Perhaps rub them, notice skin to skin contact and the joy and tingle of that sensation as you wiggle your fingers a little. And today, on the eve of Christmas for many and a busy week for those who don't celebrate nonetheless, I wanted to bring up this idea of presence, and presence being the key to the peace and the joy. And to start with sharing a story from my day yesterday, which is that I was in another room and I heard all of a sudden, sort of in the back of my mind, my husband and college son having it sounded like an intimate conversation. And then I listened with more presence and I heard them strumming on the guitar. My college student doesn't play the guitar, but my husband's favorite thing is music and guitars in particular. And I listened for about 10 minutes, them essentially having a lesson. And this child has never been interested in music and never been interested in the guitar. He's a real go-getter action guy. And so this moment between them sharing this special love of my husband's was really magical. And what I noticed as I was present, really truly present and pausing in that moment, was that I was filled up with just the peace and the joy and the magic and all the things that we hope and wish for in the busy holiday time. And that those feelings did not come from presents or shopping. They did not come from a big meal or the gathering or any of the traditional sense of the holidays. They came from the interaction between two people that I loved and pausing and being present for it. And so I offer that when we slow down and pause and are present, that's where the magic is found, the joy and the peace. So bring a hand to heart and place another hand atop. Notice your heartbeat underneath. And if it's comfortable for you, close your eyes. And if not, just a loose, gentle gaze about 6 feet in front of you. Take in an inhale and an exhale. Press the heel of your hand gently into that heart space and enjoy the release of oxytocin. Let it spread throughout you, softening, creating space. And pause here for a moment. And in your mind's eye, think back to a moment of magic from your life, holiday related or not, where you truly felt that peace and joy. And allow those feelings to spread through you and enjoy them. As you let it spread, breathe in and out, equal inhale and equal exhale. And another inhale and exhale. Another moment of feeling that joy and peace and presence. Reminding yourself what it feels like. And noticing that when you pause and are present, you can call it up. And so in today's class, we'll work on slowing down, tapping back into presence, into being in the moment, so that we can find that joy and peace in the moments ahead, this weekend, in the week ahead, and the year ahead. Take in another deep inhale and an exhale. Bring your hands to heart center, palms together, finger pads touch. Once again, notice the skin to skin sensations. Rub the finger pads together, rub the palms together gently. Press the thumbs into the sternum. Notice that connection to the heart space beneath. Take an inhale and an exhale. And I invite you to set an intention for this weekend. Perhaps it might include showing up with more presence, to take some deep breaths and to pause and be present and notice the magic wherever it may be found. Slowly lower your hands and open your eyes and let the light back in. Take in an inhale, tilt the pelvis forward, grow your spine long and tall once again. Hands dangle at your sides. Engage your belly Inhale, both arms up towards the sky. Right thumb and middle finger grasp the left wrist. Ground your sit bones downward. Stretch your wrists towards the sky. Exhale, gently tug the left wrist towards the right. Belly engaged fully. Breathe into the whole left rib cage. Create space. And exhale, let the tightness go. Inhale, tug that wrist gently towards the right. Engage your belly, constant and strong. Exhale, release. Inhale, stretch tall towards the sky. Switch the clasp of your hand. Exhale, tip towards the left. Stretch the right wrist towards the left gently. Notice the right hip engage downward. Inhale, reach into every nook and cranny of the right rib cage. Fill it with nourishing air. And exhale, let it go. Tug gently towards the left once again. Engage your belly. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Release the clasp of your hand. Interlace your fingers. Flip your palms towards the sky. Shimmy your elbows back towards your ears. Inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, round forward. Suck your navel in. Allow your head and neck to fall. Seated cow. Inhale, arch into a seated cow. Reach your palms towards the sky. Exhale, round and suck your navel all the way back towards your spine. Allow your head and neck to release forward. Inhale, stretch, reach tall, slight arch in the back, seated cow. Exhale, round into cat. Suck that navel all the way back. Engage every muscle fiber in the belly to do so. Inhale, reach tall once again and pause. Release the clasp of your hands. Reach your fingertips towards the sky. Inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, drop your shoulders. Inhale, stretch tall once again. Exhale, twist towards the right around your central core. Drop your right hand behind you, left hand towards the left knee, gently rests. Inhale, lengthen your spine into the twist, and exhale, wring it out. Inhale, stretch the crown of your head tall. Twist or spine lengthener, stretch, lengthen, and exhale, wring it out. Inhale, raise both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, twist back to center. Pause, inhale. Exhale, twist towards the left this time. Left hand rests tense behind you, fingertips graze the ground easefully. Right hand rests atop the left thigh. Inhale, lengthen, stretch the crown of your head tall. Exhale, wring it out gently towards the left. Notice how good it feels. Engage every muscle in the central core. Inhale, lengthen, tall. And exhale, twist gently. Inhale, raise both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, twist back to center. Inhale, reach your fingers tall towards the sky. Exhale, stretch your arms out wide. Press the palms into the sidewall. Arms fully engaged, wrist flex. Palms face the sidewall. Press to the sidewall, pinch your scapula together. Enjoy the sensations and release. Once again, pinch your scapula together. And wrap your arms around right under left, pardon me. Elbows come to meet. Come into eagle arms if that works for you. You can grasp your thumbs, bring your palms together, lift your elbows to shoulder height. Inhale, reach up an inch.
I'm doing my advent calendar.
And exhale, lower to shoulder height. Inhale, lift up an inch. And exhale, lower to shoulder height. Last one, inhale, lift those elbows up about an inch above your shoulders. Exhale, drop your elbows towards your chest, above your navel, between your chest and your navel, and drop your head and neck into the cradle of your arms. Release the neck and upper back and enjoy it. Back is rounded. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale, raise your elbows up to shoulder height, crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Exhale, stretch your arms out towards the side walls. Once again, engage every muscle in your arms, wrist flex, palms press into the side walls. Squeeze the scapula and release. Wrap your arms in the opposite direction. Left elbow under right, cross your arms, palms come together or thumbs Every body is different, so do what works for you. Inhale, elbows to shoulder height. Exhale, pause. Inhale, lift up an inch. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up an inch. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, round forward. Elbows come in towards your belly. Head and neck release back. Fold open. Inhale into every nook and cranny of the back and enjoy it fully. Fan out the lowest ribs. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise up, elbows to shoulder height. Exhale, untangle your arms, press them into the sidewall, pinch the scapula, release, and lower them down by your sides. Roll your shoulders back 3 times. Nourish every nook and cranny in the shoulder area and roll them forward 3 times. Enjoy it. Pause back in the center. Take a moment here to be present and just notice how you feel. Inhale deeply and exhale. Notice perhaps tingles in your fingers. Slowly take out whatever you happen to be sitting on. Place it on the side. If it's blocks and you want to use the blocks later, feel free to keep them handy. Come down onto your sit bones. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees apart. Come into butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Hands come towards your ankles and you'll gently bring your heels towards your groin. Rock side to side, move the flesh of your seat. Have a little fun with it. Inhale, ground your sit bones, ischial spines downward, connect them to the earth and stretch your spine tall. Crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, drop your shoulders. Inhale, reach the crown of your head tall once again. And exhale, drop your shoulders. Notice the sensations in the inner thigh, perhaps. One more breath here. Notice the ischial spines connect with the earth. Exhale, send your attention to the inner thighs. Gently release your hands from your ankles. Stretch your legs out long in front. Knees bent gently. Take a moment to move the flesh of your seat out of the way. Connect your ischial spines towards the earth. Engage your navel. Tilt your pelvic bone forward and stack your spine one atop the other all the way through the crown of your head and drop your shoulders. Knees are bent gently. Inhale your arms up towards the sky, palms face one another. Exhale, fold forward towards your toes, easy forward fold. Your knees can stay as bent as need be. The back rounds and stretches. If you wish, press your knees towards the earth and enjoy the back of the leg stretch. Lots of energy and tension trapped in the backs of the legs. Breathe into them here. And exhale. Another deep breath here. And exhale, let it go. One more huge breath into the lower fan of each rib. And exhale, let it go. Walk your hands up your shins to your knees, to your thighs. Bring your hands behind you. Tent them behind your each hip onto the ground. Inhale, reach tall, chest puffs out, shoulders drop down and back. Come into Dandasana or staff pose. Everything is engaged here. Press your knees towards the earth. Your heels may lift up. Ankles are flexed, toes are flexed towards your nose. Everything engaged here and hold it. Inhale, fill the lungs with air. Exhale, inhale once again. Everything engaged. Notice some shaking, strength here, alignment. Exhale, release, and enjoy. Perhaps point your toes towards the front of the mat. And exhale, release. Stretch the toes out wide, each toe separated from the other, and relax. Gently sweep your feet around behind you. Come into hands and knees. Tabletop position. Hands will be directly under your shoulders. Both palms ground into the earth, all 10 knuckles. Spread your fingers wide, equal holiday pie shapes. Knees or hips width, tops of the feet rest gently on the earth. Inhale, arch into cow pose. Sit bones stick towards the sky. Crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Notice the stretch in the front of the abdomen. Exhale, round your head, drop your head, round your spine. Belly button reaches towards the sky. Exhale, round into cow pose. Sit bones reach skyward. Crown of the head reaches skyward. Exhale into cow. Come back to neutral. Notice how you feel. Inhale, raise your right arm up towards the sky. Reach your fingertips high, high, high. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring your right hand gently between your left hand and left knee. Allow the outer edge of the right shoulder and the right ear to land gracefully on the earth. Stretch those left fingers long, long, long in front of you if that works for you. And notice the opening in the right side. Breathe into it. And exhale, let it go. Focus on the breath here to quiet the mind. Perhaps to slow any to-do lists, thoughts that are racing through. Focus on the breath. Draw your attention to where you want to send it, any tight spots. Perhaps your left armpit. Perhaps you're all the way into the left fingertips. Notice what feels good. Last breath. Walk the left fingertips back to be alongside your face. Press into your palm. Untangle your right arm. Reach it high skyward and lower it towards the earth. Come back to hands and knees. Take a moment to reorganize. Inhale your left arm towards the sky. Reach it high. Exhale, thread the needle between the right palm and right knee. Rest your left ear and left shoulder on the earth. Left palm faces the sky and the back of the left arm is resting upon the earth. Stretch your right arm long in front if that works for you. Focus on the breath once again. Send it with intention to pockets of tightness. Use the inhale to nourish and the exhale to let go. Last breath here. Walk that right hand back by your face, press the palm into the earth, untangle your arms, reach your left fingers towards the sky. Exhale, come back to hands and knees. Walk your hands forward, a handprint, curl your toes, shoot your hips up to downward dog. Widen your stance. Feet are a little wider towards the outer edge of the mat, even all the way out to the outer edge of the mat today. Notice how that feels. Walk the dog, stretching one heel towards the earth and then the other. Take a moment to enjoy the downward dog. Notice your hands, all 5 fingers on each hand stretch wide, 5 knuckles press down, both palms press down. Arms fully engaged, humeral heads in the shoulder sockets. Reach your sit bones towards the sky. Downward dog is also a spine lengthener. Press into your hands, shift your hips up and back, reach them towards the sky and drop your head and neck. Breathe in deeply. Huge exhale, letting things go. Take a moment here to be, to pause in stillness. Notice if the mind chatter continues or if it has slowed. Notice your heart hang light in your chest. Bring your feet together, still in downward dog. Inhale, raise your right leg towards the sky in 3-legged dog. Press the heel towards the back wall. Hips are square towards the earth. You'll likely notice a stretch in the back of the left leg here. Use your belly for strength. Inhale,
and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Lower your right foot alongside the left. Pause. Inhale and exhale. Use the breath to transfer the energy. Inhale, raise your left leg towards the sky. Leg is straight, heel presses into the back wall. Everything engaged, three-legged dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Lower your left foot alongside the right. Lift up onto your tiptoes and step, walk, or jump your feet towards the top of the mat. Come into a forward fold. Widen your stance here. Release your head and neck. Knees will be bent gently. Hands come to your elbows and release everything towards the earth. Relax for a moment here. Take a moment to go inward. Check in with yourself. Practice noticing. Even in this somewhat awkward spot. Lower your hands towards the earth. Engage your belly and slowly roll up, inch by inch by inch by inch. Roll up with kindness so that as the blood flow shifts, it doesn't feel weird. And when you arrive, allow yourself a few moments to arrive. You can be discombobulated. Take a moment to organize your feet. Lift up all 10 toes and lower them down. Tuck your knees, engage your thighs, tuck your pelvis, stack your spine, each vertebrae upon the other, all the way up through the neck. Lift up the postauricular bones, reach the crown of your head towards the sky. Exhale, drop your shoulders. Inhale, reach tall once again. And exhale, release the shoulders, open your palms towards the front of the mat and open your eyes. Tadasana and mountain pose. A simple pose, but everything engaged and strong. Notice that even Tadasana should be work. Inhale once again and exhale. Turn your palms to face your sides. Inhale, arms up, parallel to the earth, straight in front. Take a moment to tuck your humeral heads into your shoulder. Exhale. Inhale your arms up towards the sky. Drop your shoulders. Inhale, reach tall, stretch and lengthen the whole side body here. Use your central core to stay organized. Exhale, drop your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hands to parallel to the floor and lower them by your sides. Roll those shoulders out 3 times once again and enjoy it. And forward 3 times once again. Huge inhale and an exhale. Reach your arms out and up towards the sky. Palms come together, slight arch back. Fold forward, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Stick your sit bones back towards the back of the mat. Spine is straight. You should feel a lovely stretch in the back of the legs. Exhale, fold forward. Engage your belly and slowly roll up inch by inch by inch by inch. Head will be the last to rise. Arms open out and up. Palms come together, slight arch back. Bring your hands to heart center and pause. Inhale and exhale. Lower your hands by your sides, out and up. Once again, palms come together, slight arch back, fold forward, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Palms come down, step back to plank and pause. Top of the push-up, engage everything. Notice your fingers, spread them wide. Shift your weight into your tiptoes. Bend your knees, untuck your toes. Bend your elbows lower down, chaturanga towards the earth. Forehead graces the floor. Take a moment and notice the front of your hips. Engage them into the earth. Gauge the top of your feet. Connect them to the earth. Inhale, lift up for low cobra. Exhale, lower down. Weight is out of the hands. Inhale, once again, lift up to low cobra. Arch the back, shoulders down and back. Exhale, lower down. Press into your hands. Press back to child's pose. Knees apart, toes together. Sink your hips way back. Walk your fingers long, long, long in front of you. Third eye or your forehead once again lowers towards the earth. If it doesn't reach comfortably, you can use a block here as well. Inhale deeply into the inner thighs and the groin area. And exhale, sink downward towards your heels. Take a moment here to go inward once again. Pause and be present and notice what's going on. Notice the discomfort in pausing. And see if you can draw your attention to what feels really good here. Even if some of it doesn't feel good, what does feel good? One more breath. Send it right into that pocket behind the heart. Fill it up with nourishing breath. And exhale, let it go. Shift back and rise up to downward dog. Hips shoot up towards the sky. Lift up onto your tiptoes. Lower both heels towards the earth and notice the lovely stretch in the back of the legs. Enjoy it for a moment. If it's too much, bend one knee and then the other. Press into your hands. Humeral hands into the shoulder pockets. Heels press towards the earth. Huge inhale into the pocket behind the heart here. Exhale, letting go of stress. Lift up onto your tiptoes. Walk your feet towards your hands. Come back to a forward fold. Bend your knees gently, engage your belly, and slowly roll up. Inch by inch by inch by inch. Head will be the last to rise. Notice the shifts in blood flow with kindness and move slowly if that bothers you. Pause upright and just notice how you feel. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, breathe in, and breathe out. Inhale your arms out and up once again. Reach your fingers towards the sky, palms come together, slight arch. Fold forward, forward fold once again. Lower your hands towards the earth. Step the right foot back. Come into a low lunge here. Back knee comes towards the floor, untuck the back toes. Wiggle the left toes forward. Inhale, walk up your shin to your knee, to your thigh on the left side into a low lunge. You can keep your hands on your thighs if you wish. You can inhale, reach both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, sink into it a little further. If your back knee hurts, put a blanket under it, a pillow under it, fold your mat over. Inhale, reach your fingers towards the sky. Exhale, sink in a little more. Notice your belly button and use your core muscles to hold you steady here. Don't drop into the lower back. Inhale, reach your fingers tall, tall, tall. And exhale, sink and release the front right hip. One more breath here. Exhale, let it go. Lower your hands towards the earth, straight the left leg, pardon me. Come into a half splits. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. Left toes reach towards the sky. Left leg is extended fully, ankle is flexed. Enjoy this stretch in the back of the left leg here. Wiggle those toes, point them, flex them. One breath into the back of the leg here. Exhale, let it go. Walk your hands back forward, lower the sole of your foot towards the earth. Untuck the back toes, rise up to a high lunge. Both palms on the earth, or you can use your fists if that works better. If you have blocks, you can use those. Take a moment, tag the left hip back, right hip forward. Weight is out of the front toes. Straight the left leg, come into a long triangle. Both legs are straight. Bend, come back to high lunge. Hands are resting on the earth or blocks. Inhale, straight the left leg. Back heel's off the earth. Both legs straight. Exhale, bend. Straight the left leg, come into a high triangle. Lift high, high on the back toes. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straight. Drop your right heel towards the earth. Turn your right toes towards the side of your mat. Walk your hands towards the side of your mat. Turn the left toes to face the side of the mat. So both feet are parallel to the sides of the mat and hands are on the earth in front of you, or if you want to grab a block, you can use that too. Pause here. Back is flat. You can be up on your fists or your palms, whatever works. Notice the stretch from the inner thigh, belly is engaged. Walk your hands towards the right toes. Turn the right toes to face the front of the mat. Walk your hands on either side. Wiggle the right foot towards the right hand. Drop the left knee. Untuck your toes, top of the foot, untucks. Come into a high lunge, a low lunge on this side, pardon me. Hands can come to the thighs or hands can reach towards the sky. Make sure the right toes are in front and the right ankle is in front of the right knee as you sink into it. Inhale, reach your fingers tall. Exhale, sink into your hips to release the front of the left hip. Inhale, reach tall. Notice the stretch in the front of the left hip and exhale, sink into it. Use your belly so you're not collapsing into it. Inhale, reach tall, tall, tall. Exhale, sink into it. Pause here and just notice all the sensations. Send some kindness and compassion into the front of that left hip. Lower your hands to either side of the right foot, straight the right leg, lift the right toes towards the sky, flex the ankle, half splits on this side. Tuck the right hip back and the left hip forward gently. Notice this change in stretch in the back of the right leg. Wiggle your right toes, point them, flex the ankle, breathe in here, and a huge releasing exhale. Walk your hands forward, replace the sole of the right foot on the earth, tuck the back toes, come into a high lunge on this side. Widen your stance if you need. Take a moment to get organized. Don't move through yoga on the autopilot. Straight the right knee, back toes in the air, long triangle. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, straight your knee. Exhale, bend the knee. Once again, straight. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straight. Drop your left heel towards the earth. Walk the hands back towards the side of the mat. Turn your toes to the front. Wide angle forward fold. Once again, pause here and notice. Bend your right knee. Shift into the right foot. Stretch the inner left leg. Come back to center. Hands rest lightly on the earth, on the fists or on a block in front of you. Bend the left knee, straight the right, shift your weight gently towards the left side and enjoy the stretch in the inner right thigh. Come back to center. Walk your hands towards the left foot. Straight your left foot towards the front of the mat once again. Turn your right toes on an angle. Hands will come to the left shin. Reach your right arm up. Come directly into Trikonasana or triangle pose. If you need a block here, you can use that. Reach your right arm towards the sky. Both legs are straight. Roll your right shoulder back and open. Right fingers reach towards the sky. You can look up towards your right fingers or down towards the earth, either one. If you wish, take your right fingers, drop them into the left hip crease. Roll the right shoulder open even more. Enjoy the stretch in the right shoulder. Big, deep inhale here. Exhale, reach your right fingers towards the sky. Engage the right side body, rise upright. Arms reach in either direction. Bend the left knee, come into warrior two here. Arms reach in either direction, sink your hips down. Take a moment to notice your feet. Your heels should be in heel to heel alignment. Left toes jet line towards the front of the mat. Gaze or drishtis over the left middle finger. Inhale, lengthen your spine, reach the crown of your head towards the sky. Exhale, sink into warrior two. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, bend the left elbow, rest the left forearm lightly on the left thigh. Reach your right arm over your right ear with grace. Come into side angle pose. The left forearm is light on the left thigh. Outer edge of the right foot pressing into the earth. Inhale and exhale. Stretch the whole right side body long, 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 long. Rise back up to warrior two. Pause. Inhale. Exhale, drop your right hand down the right thigh. Reach the left fingertips towards the crease of the ceiling and the back wall, coming into peaceful warrior. Inhale into the whole front left rib cage. Stretch everything wide, nourish every nook and cranny. Exhale, sink a little lower. Inhale. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Straight the left knee. Turn the toes towards the sides of the mat, aligned with the side edges. Turn your right toe to face the back of the mat. Pigeon toe the left foot. Notice if heel to heels are in heel to heel alignment. Drop your right hand to the right shin. Reach the left fingers towards the sky. Come into Trikonasana or triangle pose on this side. Grab a block if you need it. Inhale. Exhale. If it works for your neck, gaze up at your fingers. If not, gaze at the floor. Take your left fingers, drop them into the right hip crease. Roll the left shoulder open and enjoy the stretch in the front. Be mindful of your neck. Notice what feels right for your neck. One more breath here. Reach those left fingers towards the sky. Engage the left side body, rise upright. Hands and arms at shoulder height. Gaze over the right middle finger, bend to the right knee, come into warrior two. If you need be, wiggle those right toes farther forward so your knee does not extend beyond your ankle. A long stance feels really spacious. Inhale, lengthen your spine and crown of the head towards the sky. Exhale, sink in. Gently bend the right elbow, lower the right forearm to the right thigh. Stretch the left arm gracefully over the left ear. Extend the whole left side body, side angle pose. Outer edge of the left foot connects to the earth. Whole left side body stretched fully. Inhale deeply and exhale. One more breath. Rise upright once again. Pause in warrior two. Exhale, drop your left hand down the left thigh. Right arm reaches over the right ear towards the crease between the wall and the ceiling behind you. Peaceful warrior. Breathe into the whole right front rib cage. Bathe it with oxygen and let go of stress. One more deep breath here. Come back to warrior two. Straight your front knee. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn your feet towards the side of the mat. Heel toe them back to center. And just shake everything out. Roll your shoulders back 3 times. And forward 3 times. We're going to come into tree pose since Christmas is a celebration that honors trees. Lift up all 5 toes on your left foot and lower them down. Kickstand your right heel to the left shin. Hands can still be at the hips for now. Gently raise the right sole of the foot to the left inner calf. If you wish, use your right hand to raise the sole of the foot to the inner thigh, above the knee. If it doesn't go above the knee with ease, keep it on the calf. Don't place it over the knee joint, it can cause harm. Bring your hands to heart center and pause, balance as a beautiful tree. Notice the wobbles today. Perhaps you have more, perhaps you have less than usual. If you wish, stretch your arms up towards the sky. Reach your branches tall. Fingers, imagine them as twinkly lights and enjoy it. Bring your hands back to heart center. Bring your knee towards the front, lower it down, shake it out, roll your ankles out in either direction. Ground your right foot into the earth, lift up all 5 toes, lower it down. Kickstand your left heel. Raise your sole of your foot to the inner calf and pause, hands at heart center. If you wish, you can raise the sole of your foot to the inner thigh, whatever works for you and whatever you did on the other side. If you wish, raise your branches, reach them towards the sky and wiggle your fingers like twinkly lights. Have a little fun, a little lightness, and be present here in this moment as a tree yourself. Bring your hands to heart center. Bring your knee in front and lower your foot. Shake it out, roll your ankle, and enjoy it. Lift up all 10 toes, hands at heart center, thumbs press into the sternum, and lower them down. Connect them into the earth like monkey toes. Tuck your pelvis, stack your spine all the way up, vertebrae upon vertebrae, aligned and easeful. Through the neck, reach the crown of the head towards the sky and drop your shoulders. Take a moment here to connect with your intention once again. For perhaps time with family over the next week. To enjoy whatever you happen to celebrate. And perhaps a commitment to be present, to pause and notice. And enjoy the little moments. When you're ready, open your eyes, release your hands, and we'll slowly transition back to the floor. Stretch your legs long in front once again and move the flesh of your seat out of the way. Ankles flexed, toes flexed, knees bent gently. Engage your belly. Inhale, reach both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward, release the back body. Press the knees towards the earth. Walk your hands up your legs, come upright, seated once again. Reach your arms out parallel with your legs, palms face one another. Engage your navel and roll back inch by inch by inch by inch towards the earth, lying flat. Take a moment to arrive. Notice how you feel. Adjust if need be. Notice if you're wonky. Notice what's connecting to the earth here and enjoy it. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Bend your knees, walk the soles of your feet towards your buttocks. Heels get as close to your buttocks as possible. Palms face the earth, forearms connect with the earth. Inhale, reach your sit bones high, high, high. Come into a bridge pose. Stretching the back body, tuck the shoulders underneath you. Shimmy them so that the chest opens fully, hips reach skyward. Buttocks fully engaged, knees energetically connect. Hands can clasp underneath you as you lift your hips up, or grab the sides of the mat and tug it towards your heels, lifting the hips high, 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 high. Inhale deeply into the pockets of the chest that are open in this position. And exhale, reach your hips higher, engage your buttocks. You may notice shaking. Intentionally draw the knees together in your mind's eye. Inhale, lift up once again, and exhale, release. Gently untuck your shoulders. Slowly lower your hips down towards the earth, rolling inch by inch by inch by inch until they land upon the earth. Take a moment of pause here and just notice how you feel. Notice perhaps some tingles. Pick up your right foot, place your right ankle atop the left knee. Walk the left sole of the foot forward about 6 inches. When you come into figure 4 here, for some of you, this position will be enough. You can press the right knee towards the front right corner of the mat. For others, thread your hands around the left thigh, pull it in towards you, raise the left foot off the earth, ankles flexed, toes flexed on both feet. You should feel a beautiful stretch in the outer right hip. If you wish to stretch more, press your elbow into the right knee. Breathe in. And exhale with intention, release the energy trapped in the right hip. You want more stretch, bring your hands to the left shin. Press it in a little tighter. Ensure that both ankles are still flexed here and toes flexed to protect the knees. If this is too much, stay where it felt good. Often in the slowness and the doing less is where our body can actually do and release and experience more. Stretch the right heel towards the sky. Sorry, left heel towards the sky. Left leg straight. Press your hamstring into your hands. Heel reaches towards the sky. Ankle flex, toes flex towards your nose. You should have a lovely stretch in the back of the left leg. Point your toes towards the sky. Flex your toes towards your nose. If you need to uncross the right leg and place the sole of the foot on the floor, you can do that if this doesn't work for your knee. Point your toes. Flex your toes. Once more. Flossing the fascia. Point your toes towards the sky. Enjoy all the sensations fully. Noticing the shaking, hamstring pressing into the hands. Flex your toes towards your nose. Bend the left knee. Uncross and lower the right foot towards the floor. Release your hands, lower the left foot alongside. Bring your hands to the earth again. Walk your heels once again towards your hips. Press into the hands and lift up into an easy bridge. Once more, releasing the lower back. Hips reach towards the sky. Knees energetically connect. Shimmy those shoulders underneath you to open the chest. Reach your hips skyward, knees connect. Breathe in here, filling all the pockets. Bathe the heart with nourishing air. Then exhale, let it go. Once again, breathe in, filling the chest. And exhale, creating space. Untuck your shoulders, lower your hips towards the earth once again, and allow yourself to arrive. Raise your left ankle atop the right knee. Wiggle the right toes forward. Come into figure 4 on this side, or stay here if that works. You can press into the left knee. Thread your hands around the right thigh, draw it in towards you. Flex both feet, flex both toes. If you wish, press the left elbow into the left knee. And notice and enjoy. When you're ready, straighten your right leg, press the heel towards the sky, hamstring presses into your hands, flex your toes towards your nose, ankle flexed, point your toes. Once again, if this bothers your left knee, place the left foot upon the floor, knee bend. Flex your toes, floss the fascia, point your toes. Flex your toes, point your toes. Gently bend the right knee, lower the right foot alongside the left. Lower your hands towards the earth. Notice how it feels. Soles of the feet come together, knees fall apart. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana or reclining butterfly. Restorative pose. If this is a lot on your hips or groin, you can use pillows or blocks under your knees. Highly recommend blocks for home yoga practice. Bring your left hand to heart, right hand to belly. 5 long, smooth inhales here. Pausing in stillness. Practicing presence. Enjoying slow. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your thighs. Gently bring your knees together. Stretch one leg long towards the front of the mat, and then the other. Allow your toes to fall towards the outer edges of the mat. Widen your heels a little. Let your hands rest by your sides about 6 inches from your waist, palms open towards the sky. Shavasana or final resting pose. A few moments here to relax completely. Let go of conscious control of the breath. Let your mind wander. Let the thoughts float in and float out. Nothing to do, nothing to worry about. A few moments of true peace, perhaps even joy.
Gently begin to deepen your breath. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take an inhale, stretch your arms long above you and your toes long in front of you, filling yourself up fully with nourishing air. And a huge release, letting things go. Gently draw your knees into your chest and roll over and to one side and pause. You can use your arm as a pillow if you wish. Notice how you feel in this moment. Be present with it. Notice the peace. Carry it with you. Press into your hands and slowly rise up to a comfortable seat where we began. If your pillow or bolster or block is handy, sit atop and allow yourself to settle right back into Shavasana, seated. Notice the ischial spines connect to the earth below. Notice your hands rest lightly on your thighs. Tilt your pelvic bowl forward, align your spine, one vertebrae by one vertebrae by one vertebrae. Lengthen the neck, inhale. Drop your shoulders and let it go. Bring a hand to heart, another hand to top, press in gently. A moment to connect with yourself and pause there. I want to share a favorite reading as we end. Not at all holiday related, but presence related. And it's what came to mind this morning when I was thinking about presence. It's called Here and There. If you take the T away from the word there, you get the word here. Here and there are really very similar to the I, and yet they are so extremely far apart in reality. As a culture, we are taught to strive for there. When I get there, everything will be better. But every time we get there, it's like the proverbial carrot dangling in front of us. There's always a new there to get there. 2, if we are always trying to get there and not dropping down into here, we are out ahead of ourselves and missing the joy of living in the here. Being here has to be practiced every day. You can't be here if you are always practicing getting somewhere else. In the rush and tumble of everyday life, and in holidays in particular, I will add, drop the T as many times as you can and get to here. At the end of our lives, we will finally realize that there was nowhere. There was only ever this, here, and now. Bring your hands to heart center, palms together, finger pads touch. Connect the thumbs into the sternum. Take in an inhale and a huge cleansing exhale. May you all have a beautiful weekend filled with peace, joy, love, and oodles of presence. The light in me shines and reflects the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.